figured you wanted to learn how to do show hair today. Well, you've come to the right spot. So let's begin. So there's some good ways to get your show hair to look pretty good, but some of the key things that you need to make it look good are the materials that you use. So here are some of my must-need items that I think are required to create a good show hair. Starting off strong is my favorite hair gel. You can use any hair gel. This is just my favorite kind. It's the Eco Styling Professional Hairstyle one. This is like my absolute favorite. It works amazing, and if you can't tell, it's lasted me 4 years. So this stuff is good. I highly recommend this. Sticking with the hair gels and hairsprays, I use hairspray as well to really secure the hair. This is my favorite one. Any hairspray works, just make sure it's really strong. Next is hair ties. Any kind of hair ties. I like these really thick ones, but that's just because I have a lot of hair. The regular hair ties work as well. Next is a bunch of bobby pins. You're gonna lose these like crazy, so just having a bunch on hand is super helpful, and you use it for the bun. Next is a comb. This really helps with like separating your hair for the braid part of the bun, and one just helps with detangling knots in your hair. So I have this. I like the ones that have like little pointy ends as well, because this helps create like those parts and stuff. So, and most important is a hairbrush. You can't do a hairstyle without the hairbrush, so any hairbrush works. This is mine. Mine's a wet hairbrush, so anyone works. Side note, I forgot to mention, but another key thing that you need are little mini elastics. These are going to save your life for doing ponytails and your braids. The next things are things that are not technically necessary, but really elevate the show hair itself to make it really secure and look a lot nicer. One is water. You can just get water from your sink or a spray bottle, making your braids really tight, and you can find all those like little hairs and flyaways you can slick back down with water when you're doing it. Very helpful. One thing I do to do the flyaways for the braids, also instead of water, I like having oil. This is coconut oil, argan oil, rosemary oil. All the oils work to put in your hair just to flatten out those flyaways or the frizz. And then my absolute favorite thing out of even all the required stuff is Boar Bristle Brush. That's a tongue twister. Anyways, I have two. You don't need to. I just am like that. So one of these works, especially the bigger ones. The bigger ones work really well to do a high bun. So either one works. I highly recommend one of these though. They're not required, but they make doing the hair so much easier. All right, and now let's get started. Now, there are 4 different ways to do the braid. You can either do a braid or a twist. Here are the timetables for all of the ones. So depending on which one you want to do, go to that time and learn how to do it for And then here's the time for if you don't need to do any of them and you want to do your own, that's totally fine. Just go to that time. Depending on if you can do a braid, if you can't do a braid, whichever one is going to be easiest for you, it truly doesn't matter. They all do the same thing, but you just have to have one of them. All right, let's move on. So we're going to start by brushing the hair. And we're going to do the first one. So for this one, you're going to want to create a side part. So brushing all your hair back. Take your comb, and you kind of want to, how I measure it when I do mine is I kind of go at the corner of my eyebrow or halfway at your eye, and you kind of just create the side part there. That is my side part. And then you want, so when you do that front part of the braid, you want about it to be an inch thick. So guesstimate about an inch, and you're gonna kind of put it where you think it's supposed to go, and go straight across the side of your head, go all the way down until you feel it touch your ear, and then you create that kind of part. In the process of creating a slip back and putting all the hair gel and the hairspray in, the best way to create a slip back is tension. You can put as much hairspray as you want, but if you have bumps in the hair, it's still not going to look very good. So the best way and the most effective way is to continue to keep grabbing the hair as you're brushing the hair towards the ponytail. Keep grabbing that hair and keeping tension towards the area of where you're going to put the ponytail to get the best results. Continue to put hairspray and hair gel throughout the whole thing, but the best way is just to have tension to get that nice slick back look. And I think that's the most effective way of creating that slick back hairstyle look and creating that sleek, minimalistic look. So just to extra keep that ponytail super secure on my head and that no flyaways, well, there's going to be flyaways, but less is by taking the hairspray and spraying it down to keep that nice. All right, so now we're gonna do the braid. The braid is basically gonna go here, and we're gonna just braid our way down a little bit, and then we're gonna curve it up. It's not as hard as it looks, honestly. It's not that hard. You just have to get the hang of it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna basically, if you know how to Dutch braid, that's what we're doing, just the sideways one. A little section from the side like that. I'm gonna part it into 3. I kind of like 2, so you're gonna take the middle strand, take the one closest to your face, go under, take the one farthest from your face, go under that one. Basically doing a regular braid for the first 2 loop unders, then start grabbing hair, putting it with the outer one. Grab hair, start to loop it under, loop it under. Continue to do that. Okay, so once you have a little bit of hair left and you've done majority of the braiding, what you want to do is you're just going to grab the rest. You're not going to braid all the way down. You're going to grab the rest from here, pull it to the braid, and just braid kind of pulling backwards for you don't have like a little flap right here when you're pulling it into the ponytail. So kind of just, I would also gel this while you're braiding. I did that already, but, and then so when you pull it back, it's gonna be a little bit snaky over here right now, but when we pull it back, it'll be nice and tight. So now for the rest, just braid all the way down. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there, put a little mini elastic in, and you see all these little flyaways. What you do is you take a little bit of gel and you just kind of rub it into the braid, kind of flatten out the top of it, put it in, and then you take another. All right, so now that you have the braid and it kind of looks funny sitting on the side over here, you're gonna take it, what you have an elastic in your hand, you're gonna take it, push it back into the ponytail, take the ponytail, connect it to the braid, loop that elastic in. So now that braid is seamlessly put into the ponytail, so when you braid it, it will be hidden. All right, so now that you've wetted your hair, this one, you are going to need 2 elastics to create this one. So get your little 2 elastics and get ready. Start by grabbing it and you're gonna twist away from your head. So grab a little piece, twist away, and continue to add hair as you're twisting. Now once you get to the side of your head and you still have a little bit left, gather the rest of that and put a hair tie in. All right, the next thing you're going to do, once you've done that little twist and you have your little side pony sitting here, you're gonna take it and you're going to separate it out into 2. And you're gonna take it and you're gonna twist it away from your face. So take both strands and twist it away from your face. So now this one, now you're twisting this one away from your face. You're gonna take the twist that you made, so the little 2 strands, and you're gonna take the top one and bring it towards your face. Then you flip it, take the top one towards your face, and you keep doing that until you get all the way down. Take a little bit of hair gel on your fingers and kind of let those flyaways settle a little bit. Okay, so now that you have this, take that twist, take that elastic, connect it to the ponytail, wrap it. If you want to do it twice, you can. I just do it once because it will be put into the braid. And then that's one. What you're going to do with this one is you're going to make a middle part with your hair, and I'm going to do the left side of my head, and you're going to kind of make a little square right here on your head. Like at the really front, like a little square right here. Okay? So it can also look a little bit like a triangle. I'm just making it easy, doing a little square. Same process with this one. I'm gonna put this in my mouth and do the high ponytail. All right, now that you got your ponytail in and your lovely dangling piece of hair, let's get into the two types of braids you can do for this one, or twists. This one is gonna be the braid, and I would also recommend watering down the top area for you don't have like, for me, like all my little baby hairs are gonna go whackers if I don't. So I just spray a little water on them. And basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of do a little Dutch braid here. You don't have to do that. You can literally just braid it back, but I like doing a little bit of a Dutch braid, so I'm gonna do a little one, and then we're gonna braid it straight backwards and attach it to the ponytail. So I did a little quick little Dutch braid part, and now if you don't want to do that, then just braid the rest of it backwards. All right, because it's going into the ponytail, I am not gonna braid the whole thing. I'm just gonna braid until it reaches the ponytail. So I'm just gonna put an elastic on it, take another elastic, take it, bring it to the ponytail, loop the elastic around the whole ponytail, and now it's attached, so you can do the braid. All right, now we're gonna do the twist part. This one is the easiest one. This one should take maybe 30 seconds in total to do it. So first, water. Brush it back, and you're basically going to grab the little top area of it and just start twisting it away, kind of up and away from your head, grabbing the hair as you continue to twist. And by the top of it, you should have all your hair kind of like in a little twist, like so. And then you're basically just gonna twist this chunk of hair in the same direction you're twisting it up here. And then you are going to grab an elastic, bring the twist to the ponytail, and you're gonna bring it, put the elastic through, and there you go. That one took the easiest, and it is the easiest to do. Just a quick twist in your hair. All right, now we're gonna do the actual bun part of the show hair. So depending on how much hair you have, depends on how many braids you should do. So if you don't have a lot of hair and you have pretty fine or pretty thin or just not a lot at all, also short, I would do one braid. But if you think you have a significant amount of hair, pretty medium to average size, I have a lot of hair, or if you have really thick hair, I recommend doing two. To create the best braids, to have the least amount of flyaways, I have a few steps to make it look extra slick. I kind of just take water on my hand or go from the sink, and I kind of run the water through the hair. Then I go over it. This is like the key step. I go over it with the gel to create an extra super slick surface to work with, for I have the least amount of flyaways as possible when working. Extra step, if you have hair oil and you want to use it, is to go in with a little bit of hair oil. One, the oil replenishes your hair, and two, it kind of breaks that stiffness of the gel, for you can work, it's more malleable to work with. And for this part, you are going to want two elastics for the ends of the braids. And then doing a simple braid with one side of the ponytail, creating it into 3 even sections, and just going down. Did one side, now time to do the other. All right, now that we got our 2 braids, or one, we're gonna create the actual bun. Before I do that though, to keep those flyaways continuously down, I'm gonna gel the braids just a little bit. Add a little bit of gel, or even hairspray it a little bit to keep those flyaways down. All right, so for the people that have 2 braids, one braid, it's really simple, just make it a little circle, bobby pin it, and ponytail it down. For the 2 braids, I always do either the biggest braid at the bottom or the one that looks the worst. It just depends on the day of which braid looks good. But we're gonna do this one at the bottom today. This is where you're gonna need a lot of bobby pins. It's normal to have like 10 bobby pins in your hair. You're gonna have quite a bit to keep this hair in place. So what I like to do is I like to go forward, kind of make this like a cheerleading ponytail at the very top, kind of go around, try to keep it as close to the scalp as possible. So once you've reached where the end of your ponytail for the braid part is, start putting bobby pins in. Kind of just going in everywhere, really securing it in place, because you are going to be marching around, dancing around with this hair in. It's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to putting enough bobby pins in your hair. Once you feel like that part of the ponytail, that braid is secure, let's do the other one. So you're going to continue the second ponytail in the same direction you did the other one. So take that second braid and go in the same, I'm going counterclockwise with that ponytail and that braid until it wraps around, and start to secure it once you reach the end with bobby pins. All right, so now once you think that bun is nice and secure, normally I don't do anything else after this besides with bobby pins, but if you really feel like you need to, you can take another hair tie and secure your hair down with that. As you can tell, lots of flyaways. Hair is going a little whackers. So now that I'm finally officially done with putting the hair up, the braid is done, or the twist, I go in with the gel and I kind of just slick everything up to create that nice slicked back up look, to really make sure, especially after we're sweating, doing the performance on the field, really making sure that when you take that Shako off, the hair still looks fantastic. And it's never bad to use a lot of hairspray and hair gel. That's the point of this hair, is to make it look flawless. Now for extra security for my hair, I use hairspray. And there you go, that's your final product. Well, thank you for watching. If this was helpful, I am super glad, because now this year our show hair is going to be looking fire. All right, see y'all. Bye.